What's up, everybody? Mark with Coffee&Toys here, bringing you another G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing and review. Joe-tober keeps marching on, and I love every moment of it. Today, we are going to unbox and talk about the latest character in the Joe line that is available at mass retail. I guess that's a good way to say it. But the first member of Night Force for the G.I. Joe Classified line. Of course, I am talking about none other than Big Ben. Let's talk about it. So Big Ben is a very interesting choice to put in Night Force because he was not in Night Force in the original A Real American Hero toy line. So very cool to see that Hasbro's kind of mixing the pot a little bit and allowing us to have new characters being introduced into Night Force. So if you're new to the channel, first of all, thank you so much. Second of all, make sure you hit that like button and comment, subscribe, set the bell notification, all that wonderful stuff. But it really does help out the channel, and I appreciate it. So if you're new to the channel, like I said, we go through these unboxings, and I am an out-of-box collector primarily. So first we'll look at the box, we'll talk about the artwork, we'll talk about the loadout, we'll see what we can find, we'll talk about the iconography a little bit. And then we get into the real fun stuff, and we start unboxing the figure. I display it, we go over the accessories, and then I accessorize it, see what it can hold, what it can't hold. Then we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and maybe do some comparisons sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much all the chit chatter I have around that, because I know you're here to see Big Ben. I want to check out Big Ben, so let's head over there right now and check him out. Okay, here we go. We have Big Ben in the Night Force deco, represented in the classified series. And of course we have that non-plastic packaging, which is going away in 2024. And yeah, he's looking really good. Just of course we have the typical pre-rendered image here. It looks like he's in a tunnel, and I do see a dog in the background. The question is that supposed to be Queen Elizabeth's dog from the Deke series? Somebody drop me a comment down below. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Because that's really funny if that's who that's supposed to be. It's hard to tell. It does kind of look like a corgi, but I'm not sure. Moving on, though, we do have the Night Force logo, classified series, G.I. Joe David Big Ben Bennett. And, of course, we have some beautiful artwork of Big Ben. And, of course, up here, the loadout that is included with this figure. We spin the package around. We see he is number 77 in this series. We have the useless QR code from Hasbro, which I don't know why they put it here, unless Hasbro decides to send it to the iconography page, which would be very helpful. Of course, we have that iconography right here, but we will review that more when we get to the back, which we are going to do now, of course. G.I. Joe David Big Ben Bennett, he stands 6.5 inches tall, so he's a little bit taller than the average Joe, pun intended. He does come with a mask. He comes with his large assault rifle, his smaller assault rifle, and a submachine gun, and a canister, which looks like it could either be a smoke grenade or an actual grenade. Not sure. We'll check it out more when we open it up. And of course, we see the Union Jack on his shoulder because he is part of the Special Air Services, SAS. That is who he is through. As we know, G.I. Joe is an international team, so he is representing England well. And then on the other side, we have a pretty cool patch. I don't think this was on the original character, but I like it. Looks like some sort of lion with wings and fire in its hand and a blue background. Just really cool. Moving forward and down, we see the iconography for Big Ben, and I'll go ahead and throw those on the screen for you to look at your leisure. Of course, yeah, there are the 4 different ones, his roles, his gear, his speciality, etc. And yeah, I'll just give you a few more seconds to check that out before moving on with the figure unboxing. And okay, that seems like we've probably spent enough time here. And finally, we spin it around to the final side. We get a much larger image of that beautiful artwork that the G.I. Joe team contracts out to different artists, and they're just knocking this out of the park recently. And again, we see that he is number 77 in the series. All right, final look at the front of the box before we get Big Ben out of the box and check out what this figure is really all about. All right, here we have Big Ben out of the package and looking phenomenal. I am really enjoying this figure already, just out of the package. He displays great. He just has a wonderful look on his face of just a take no bullshit attitude. And I apologize for the language, but man, that's just like, this guy means business. I love that they included the earpiece on his ear. I think that is really cool. Of course, he's got the G.I. Joe communicator up on his shoulder as well. But man, that face, this is a guy that takes no grief. He is just going to get the work done. I love the camo painting. Real quick note, I harped on it a little bit back with Flint that they put that camo directly over his eyes. If they would have done a camo pattern like that, I don't think I would have minded it near as much. But anyway, so looking at the side of the figure, back of the head, all that fun stuff. I like how the ear flaps are attached at the top. Just absolute wonderful looking figure. And zoom slightly out as we move down the figure. We can see he has his twin bandoliers across his chest. And I believe you could take them off. It'd be a little bit difficult. There's no snap in place though. Moving down the figure a little bit, you can see he's got pinless elbows, double joint elbows, bicep cut. Got that beautiful, whatever this is supposed to be. I love it. I don't know if this is something with SAS particular or not, but I love the way it looks. That emblem. Spinning over to the other side, of course, again, we have that Union Jack on his left shoulder, looking great. You can see he's got pockets for holding accessories. Moving down the figure, he does have this skirt that kind of does hinder the leg from moving fully, so that could be a problem for some of you that want to do certain displays. If you're trying to get him to set down, that might be difficult. A little difficult, nothing major. I've got a good ab crunch on this guy, nothing loose, so that's good to see because we've seen some figures like Firefly. My Firefly didn't, but what was my figure that had a loose... I can't remember. I had one that had a loose stomach for sure. Cut at the bicep, pinless knees, articulation at the boot cut, and of course rocker ankles. So, you're used to this, right? We've went through enough of these together now that we know this is what they come with. But man, this is a great figure offering. He just looks fantastic. I also enjoyed the lighter toned skin that they gave him. But yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and check out Big Ben's accessories. Let me make sure I'm zoomed out all the way. There we go. So I did make a mistake earlier in the video, and I apologize for that. First thing, he gets an alternate portrait, which is not a mask. It's actually a separate headpiece. So you can just swap the heads off. And it's interesting because you can tell that joint goes down very far versus a normal head that you just pop off. So we will review that here in a little bit, but this is a very nice head sculpt. It's kind of freaky. I could almost see them reusing this head sculpt. Is the mole rat or whatever that Cobra weird guy, does he use the same one? I can't remember. But man, it's kind of scary. Don't get me wrong. This is kind of a scary looking mask. Reminds me of something out of Metal Gear Solid. But anyway, so he does have an alternate portrait. And then he does come with his larger assault rifle. As you can see, my assault rifle is slightly warped, which is kind of becoming more and more the case with these accessories because they're so soft. Does have a nice tripod that opens up. These are independent of each other, so that's pretty nice. Cast all in gray, so kind of boring. Does have an opening in the end, so you can put a blast effect in, which is very nice. And this is just like the assault rifle he came with the original figure back in the day. I think we can... Actually, I think this does go on it. So let's see if I can remember how this goes. Something like... There we go. There you go. So that nice little brass color kind of breaks up the monotone look of this gun. So very cool, very cool. You can just push that right on there. He does come with another assault rifle, a little bit smaller, and it does have I love that it has this secondary grip that just spins down so you can give it to him, and it has the double blast. So I guess this is actually a shotgun, which is very cool, double-barreled shotgun with a scope on it that doesn't actually do anything, but I do like this a lot. And he does come with a clip for it. And it's a thicker clip because obviously shotgun shells are a little bit larger than a standard bullet. And there you go. You can see it just plugs right in there. Looks very good. I might actually prefer to have him using this weapon. But again, it has you could put 2 blast effects in there if you wanted to. And then finally we have a submachine gun with a non-removable clip. I do like this as well. Very cool. And it does come with a suppressor. So you can just put this suppressor right on the end there, and there you go. And of course you can, again, put blast effects in it. you know, I think the only thing I'm going to knock it on is just they cast everything in the same gray. Would have liked to have seen it maybe a little bit. You know, it's not bad on this gun, but I think I would have liked to see a little bit more paint apps on it. But there you have it. That's his loadout. So let's get him accessorized. Maybe put that other head on him, and get some final thoughts in on this figure. Okay, I got Big Ben fully accessorized, and I did make a mistake earlier in the video when I said I thought he came with a grenade. I didn't realize I was looking through the camera and not at the actual box. Did not realize when I said that was actually the magazine for his larger rifle. So I apologize for that mistake. But that being said, he is pretty much accessorized right now, and I did notice that there is actually nothing that can go in back here that he comes with. So either this has been reused and that's just not coming to mind. It looks like a radio goes in there, but unfortunately Big Ben does not come with a radio. But man, he looks cool. This guy is kitted out, ready to do some serious damage to Cobra. I mean, this guy, and I like him displayed like this myself just because of that face and that just no crap attitude he's going to take. And with the bandolier, I mean, he is ready to go. I can imagine him and Rock and Roll just bursting onto the scene or Roadblock and just mowing down line after line of Cobras. But yeah, really enjoying it. He can hold all the accessories that he's included with, so that's very good. Obviously, the submachine gun goes right there, and he's holding both weapons in his hand. There are no areas for those other guns to go, but you do see that the suppressor can go right in there, and like I said, that extra pocket that doesn't really do anything for this figure. But yeah, looking very, very good. And of course, I did say we would go ahead and swap out the portraits on him, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get these guns out of his hands so they're not in the way. And let's see what actually happens when I go to pop this head off, because this is going to be a little bit different. Ah, yes, so as you can see, there we go. This is different than a lot of the Joe figures that has the neck piece. This actually comes off at the bottom of the neck, displaying the neck. Makes his neck look really weird. I guess it's actually, you could pop this off. Oh, that is tight. Well, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to, I believe that can come out. I am just not able to do so right now. But let's go ahead and get on his gas mask portrait. Oh, that is cool. That is very cool. And then let's just, for the sake of something different, let's put the Uzi in his hand. And just kind of take a peek at him once we get that in there. And yeah, that's, there we go. So I tell you what, this would work very well. I know they're going to reuse this head. They've just got to. There's plenty. This alternate head reminds me of the Volcano Viper or whatever it was called back in the Rise of Cobra, or maybe it was Retaliation. I can't remember. But he came out and he had that. And then I think they used him as a Hazard Viper later or something like that. They cast it in orange. But that head is really cool. So that being said, I think this is definitely worth the pickup. Again, here's that alternate head, and yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you picking up Big Ben? Are you passing on him? I remember him as a kid. I never owned him. I remember seeing him at Kmart and being like, I don't know about this guy. He doesn't seem like he's really one that really is striking like my interest, but I am very much impressed with the Classified Series 1. So he is available on HasbroPulse.com. Should be available at most retail, online, and brick and mortar at some point. But actually, let me think about that. Is Night Force a Walmart exclusive line only? It is. So you're only going to be able to get him at Walmart or on Hasbro Pulse if they still have some. But that being said, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm Mark. You've been watching Coffee with Toys, and I'll see you later.